Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we had Mackenzie Wilson on the pod. We first started off with some sports talk, so if you want to skip it, I'd say like 15, 20-ish minutes. We then moved on to some would you rather questions. I asked her some questions, and then we finished with some questions from the people. That is it. I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Going on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame here in sicko mode.
Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we got Mackenzie Wilson on the pod. Mackenzie, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on. You are one of the Connecticut players that has been playing pretty consistently, and you starting to go out and travel. So, wanted to give you a platform and some spotlight so people can recognize you.
Awesome.
All right, let's move into some weekend talk. I know it's like Tuesday, so how was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy. Lots of dodgeball, honestly. Friday and Sunday were dodgeball. Sunday I went up to Boston for a She-They League, and also did the open gym, so that was fun. Saturday was just such an interesting day because I just did a bunch of random stuff. Like went to the mall, went and ate, did karaoke, like went to it, like rented a karaoke room for 2 hours with
Oh, that looks okay. I've
yeah.
gone to I think it's like round one that has that. It's pretty
Mm.
sick.
Yeah, it's called Sola Karaoke in Southington. And it was so much fun. And the rooms are soundproofed so no one can hear you. So when you're singing like really poorly, like it's fine. But yeah.
I would pay a crazy amount of money to have Alan rap DMX for 2 hours.
Straight. Just him.
Yeah.
Just him, audience. And there was couches. Like I was literally like chilling on a couch singing. It was great.
That's insane. That's awesome. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
This weekend I'm actually heading out to Philly, doing the Galentine's Day tournament. So I'm playing with some girls from Boston and Sierra from Long Island. So that'll be super fun. I'm the only person from Connecticut going, so I'm repping our Connecticut ladies down there. So hopefully I put out a good showing for us ladies. But yeah, I think it's a cool concept, and I really wanted to do this one because I'm trying to do women's in USA. So having some strictly women's competition will be good practice for when I start going to the USA rounds. So looking forward to that for sure.
Awesome. So who is on your team for that?
So Lovey is on my team, Claire, Rachel Garland, Megan, who's newer to the dodgeball scene. I don't know if you remember her. She played with Garrett during the turkey takedown. She like had a crazy disgusting arm. Like crazy disgusting. They literally call her Machine Gun Megan. Like yeah.
It's a sick
So
name.
yeah, and then Julia from Boston. I've played with, she's on my She They team as well for Boston. And then Sierra. So it's gonna be exciting. I think we have a really good, well-rounded roster. Like we have some catchers, some throwers, just some IQ people. So I think our roster will have a good chance to do well.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid roster. Is there a lot of teams going down? I know that there's the Midnight Madness tournament as well that Saturday.
Yeah, I think I want to say there's like 12 teams. Like there's quite a few people. I know it's mostly Philly people and DMV people. Um, but I mean, overall still a really good showing. So, and I'm glad because I hope they continue doing this. Like it's a good concept, especially like the Galentine's Day thing. So, I hope it goes well. The venue is different than what we've done for other Philly events. And this one has like a whole like cafe and like hot food and stuff. So we'll see.
Awesome, awesome. I was supposed to play in that Midnight Madness tournament
Yeah.
Saturday, but not happening. That's okay though, because the day before the Super Bowl is kind of tough, especially with I remember the first time I went and I was playing and it was like one something in the morning and I couldn't tell if I was just like physically tired or mentally tired.
It's probably both.
Probably both. Yeah. I had a shit ton of caffeine on the way down there while I was playing, on the way back. And yeah, that year, yeah, because the Eagles played the Chiefs back to back years. Yeah. So that year, the Eagles made the Super Bowl, lost. like very last play. Well, not last play, but like last series, they kicked the field goal. So that wasn't fun. And then we went last year. Caden was uh 3 weeks old, and I wasn't gonna play. But Hannah's like, hey, he's just sleeping at night. Like, if you want to go, it's fine. I have no issues with it. So hopped on acid super last minute,
Mhm.
and we lost in the semis, but still had a good time. We had like a mostly Connecticut team, and um, yeah, Eagles won the Super Bowl, so can't complain. That was a good weekend.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen this weekend. But
Mm.
speaking of this weekend, do you have any Super Bowl predictions?
Seahawks all the way. I have been calling Seahawks to the Super Bowl since probably week two. And I'm not even a Seahawks fan. Like, I like the Cowboys, unfortunately. Um,
Odds
but
over.
terrible. Terrible. But I don't know, just something about like their defense in particular seems really strong. And I mean, Drake May for the Patriots, like yes, he has definitely made his mark as a rookie quarterback, but like I also think he struggled in the postseason a bunch to move the ball and do anything other than like running every once in a while. So I'm interested to see how he handles like the big stage of the Super Bowl though, because like if I were him, I would have a nervous tummy and probably be like throwing up for the game. And I'm sure veteran quarterbacks and veteran players feel the same way too, because I mean it's like any competitive sport and when you're going into like the biggest competition, you're going to be nervous. But I don't know, something about the Super Bowl just I don't know. I don't think I could ever do it.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think I could either, but I did hear someone, I forget who it was. I actually think it was like Russell Wilson, where they
Mm.
asked him one time, they're like, what do you do during the halftime? Because it's like an extended
Right,
halftime and you're out there, you're in there a lot longer. And
right.
he's like, I just take a shower to like calm my nerves down. And I'm like, dude, that is so smart.
That's genius. I wouldn't want to, but I mean, I was gonna say I wouldn't want to put like the sweaty gear and uniform back on, but they have like eight different things to put on, so I don't know why I even said that. They have like seven different jerseys in their locker room, four sets of pads, 40 helmets, just in
Yeah.
case, just in case.
Yeah. I think, okay, so I want to preface this by saying that every single year I do a playoff bracket with my
Mhm.
family,
Yep.
and I actually picked the Seahawks to win the whole thing. So I'm almost
Wow.
right there. I do think the Seahawks will win it. I do think everyone and their mother is saying that, but I really do believe it. And I know that Sam Darnold, has had a interesting career to say the least.
Mhm.
But I think if he is just more of like a game manager, kind of like, hey, I'm going to be Drew Brees for the Super Bowl. Like I don't need to win us the game. Maybe I can if I absolutely have to, but if I don't make mistakes and I don't turn the ball over and flip the field, then I
Mhm.
th- I think they'll be fine. But I also will say that the Patriots, they've had the second easiest schedule all year.
Right.
They played the Chargers, which have been a little fraudulent. They did play them at home. I mean, they did beat them up pretty well, but I think they scored like what, 24 points or something.
Something like that.
So it wasn't crazy.
Mhm.
Then they played the Texans, which is probably one of the worst offenses in the league. Definitely the worst offense in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Didn't do very, very well. Their defense looked really well against CJ Stroud. And then this last game, I mean, they played it in Denver, so that's impressive that they went there and won, but the weather was a factor, and they didn't score a lot of points again.
Right. And I feel like they were also playing a quarterback that hasn't seen the field. So I feel like they probably should have been able to take more advantage of that. Um, I felt bad for the Broncos quarterback, like the backup, because like it's a lot of pressure. It's a whole lot
Yeah,
of pressure. But I mean, that's their job. When you're a backup, that's your job. You have to be ready at all times. But
should have kicked the field goal, made it two possessions first quarter.
no.
I like the Sean Payton. I like the aggressive mindset. I feel like I'm
Mhm.
the same way with a lot of stuff in life, but right
Right.
there, you just got to take a three, make it a two possession game. You got your backup quarterback in. Let's
Mhm.
let's not get too sexy here, and let's just rely on our defense.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say I think the over under is like 46 and a half. So I would take the under. And I think the line is Seattle -4.5, which
I hope it's not a blowout. Like I hope it's a game. I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves about the Super Bowl is when like it is a blowout because then I just feel like I get bored of watching it. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, it is usually a game like back and forth. Um, and
Last year was not, and I was terrified still in the fourth quarter.
yeah, yeah. And I also hope it's not a ref game. Like I don't want them to be like call happy where they're throwing a flag on every play. Like just let them play football. If there's something there, sure, but like every play, every possession doesn't need to happen. I feel like sometimes they're flag happy.
Guy looking in mirror meme. Don't make this about you.
Right. NFL refs. NFL refs.
Do we have a score prediction?
I'm gonna say, well, obviously, I think the Seahawks are gonna win. I think that they're going to score, me doing quick math in my head. I think they're gonna score 28, and I think the Patriots, I like want to be nice and say they might score a touchdown. I'm gonna say they're gonna score 10,
Okay.
28-10. And
28-10.
and I think it's gonna be an early touchdown. Like they're gonna come out with momentum and then they're gonna get stuck. And then they're gonna get a field goal at some point. That's my
I'm gonna say 24-13.
okay. Yeah, I was almost inclined to say 28-14, but I was like, oh, that's literally half. I don't know if that's like, but could happen. Could happen.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. Unfortunately it's the last game of the season, and then the first game is until September, but it's end of the year. Hopefully it's a good game.
And then baseball starts.
Yeah, let's talk. Okay, let's talk about the Mets for like 2 minutes, and then let's get into some Would You Rather. But I'll give you the floor is
That's,
yours. The floor is yours.
they traded their whole team. I swear, I don't know like anybody anymore. I'm like, what? Every time I got a notification, I knew Pete was gone. I knew he was done. I knew as soon as he signed the 2-year contract with the opt out after year one, I was like, what's going to happen is he's going to have a great year and he's going to use that as ammo to get out for sure. Even though he was like, oh, I love being a Met. I want to be a lifetime Met. I was born and raised here. Yeah, okay. He's talking the game. I think the biggest surprise for me was Nimmo because Nimmo was just like him and McNeil, honestly. I was kind of surprised by both of them because they were just very team-esque players um who really got the job done when they needed to. But unfortunately, Lindor runs the team, I fear. And when Lindor doesn't like players, he tends to try and get rid of them. So that it's kind of crazy, but there's like there was a whole thing with Lindor and McNeil where they got into a fist fight in the clubhouse after one of the games. And they like tried to be very quiet about it, but like it came out that it happened and they had to like go to like mediation and stuff. Like it was bad. But then not too long after, Lindor had made this deal with him where if he won like the MVP or like had like the best batting average, that he would buy him like his dream car and ended up doing that. So I'm like, I just don't really get it. So I just think the dynamic is very interesting on that team. I don't really love that we have Juan Soto. I don't think he like tries. Like it seems like when he's in the outfield, he kind of just is there and will trot to a ball. Like I just don't really see the effort. And he also looks to walk. Like he doesn't really look to hit the ball. He looks to walk. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and remain hopeful. With all of my franchises, I'm very used to getting let down. So we'll see. I do go to a game at least once a year, so we'll see if I actually do that this year. But it'll be interesting because it's a whole lot of new people.
I will say one thing about everything you just said, and that is when the Yankees had Soto, I absolutely loved Soto
Mhm.
because it really forced the pitchers to either pitch to him or Judge because he had that person behind him to protect him, and the Mets do not have that. The second thing I will say is yes, his defense is absolutely atrocious. He would play a Yankee Stadium in right field, which is a little tough, don't get me wrong, but like that's the shortest porch in almost all of sports. You don't really have a lot to cover. He was god awful, and that is a lot of money to just spend on one person. And I know like the Dodgers spent $800 million on Ohtani. Like insane to even say out loud. But yeah, that's just a lot of money to spend on someone. And at least Otani, he pitches and he, hits and plays the field. Like that's a
Doing
lot.
something. At
Yeah.
least he's making it worth his money. Because even Lindor's contract was like 10 years with like a ridiculous amount of money, and it took him until like year 7 or 8 to like be worth it. It's crazy.
I was sad that the Yankees lost Soto, but I was more sad that it was to the Mets, like little brother, in New York.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it's kind of funny because like the Mets, they signed Luke Weaver, they signed Clay Holmes last year, they signed Evan Williams. So it's like Mets taking all the Yankees sloppy seconds. The Yankees just went to the World Series. They're like, fuck it, nope, we're good, don't want them.
right.
Go to the Mets. Mets to miss the playoffs. I watched that last game, their last regular season game against the Marlins, and that was hilarious.
Yeah. It's just like I said, it's comical. It really is. Like just watching them sometimes. Like I went to the David Wright retirement ceremony game, like paid a disgusting amount of money to go, and they lost. I'm like, how do you lose on like a special day like that? Like the odds are like so in your favor on days like that. Like how do you they can't get out of their own way.
I almost went to the Yankees Dodgers World Series game. I believe it was game three. I think it was their first game home. And they lost like 11-2, and I almost spent $2,000 on tickets.
Oh my God.
I would have been so pissed.
Right. That would have been so bad.
But like, how many times do you have? I don't know. Like, how many times is going to a World Series like even doable in your lifetime? Especially for your team.
You're right. I don't
So
think it'll ever happen for me.
never know.
Next year, it's our year, just like the Cowboys. Next year.
Next year for
Beat 'em,
sure.
beat 'em boys. Let's
Right, right. All right, let's move on to some would you rather questions. And I tried to make these kind of based off of my guests. So for the William one, I had like Ireland themed. For the Brittany episode, I had like Arizona themed.
uh-huh.
This one, I have it ranch themed.
Of course. Of course. The best condiment in the world, ranch.
I probably spent like 15 minutes coming up with these.
Oh, impressive. That's impressive.
All right,
I'm
let's
honored.
let's move right on to the first one.
Okay.
All right, first one. Would you rather be the official spokesperson for a major ranch brand, but you can never eat it in public, or be banned from every Chili's in New England, but have an unlimited stash of ranch at home?
Okay. So I see the value in both of these. The thought of being banned from Chili's is so sad.
Like picture up front, as soon as you walk in, they're like, "Get the fuck out of here." They're not even nice about it. They're like, "Get out."
No, like I don't think yeah, I don't think I could do that. Because like I feel like I'd be okay not eating ranch in public and just like having it at home. Because I just wouldn't order things that I would need ranch for. Because like I'm a big like chicken tenders are my safe food. I eat like a toddler. They're my safe food. But like there's barbecue sauce. I can live with barbecue sauce. I can live with teriyaki sauce. Like there's other alternatives. So I can live without eating ranch in public. I don't think I can live without going to Chili's and getting chips and ranch. I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't think I can do it.
Okay. All
Like
right.
there's
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I love Chili's.
All right. So you're taking the first one. Next question. Would you rather be forced to dip every single thing you eat in ranch for 24 hours or go an entire year without having a single drop of it?
Hmm. Call me crazy, but I feel like it would be kind of fun to do like the dip everything in ranch for 24 hours. Like I just feel like it would be kind of fun. But again, like I could also like plan my day and eat things that just require ranch.
That's
Like
that's fair. Are you the type of person? I mean, I feel like most people are, but like when you wake up, are you like time for me to eat go like for me to go eat breakfast food, or is it just breakfast for you?
it's just breakfast. Like I had chicken nuggets for breakfast this morning.
I'm kind of the same way. Like if I wake
Right.
up on a weekend, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I could eat like eggs and sausage, but like if there's something in the fridge that I would rather eat, I'm just gonna eat that.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm not like strictly because even like if I go to a diner for breakfast, like I'll get like a grilled cheese at like 10 a.m. Like I don't,
Grilled cheese at a diner is insane.
so good. It's like one of
That's
the
like
best things they got.
that's like the easiest thing that you can make at home. I feel like it's a waste of money.
It's only like $10. It's not bad. I don't,
That's
I tried to make grilled
that's
cheese once.
crazy.
Okay, listen, I tried to make grilled cheese once in the microwave. There's no grill. It's just hot bread and cheese.
The bread had to be the hardest part. You do you have like a I don't know, do you have like an old PS4 or like Xbox 360 at your house?
Yeah, I do.
Just turn it on, put some butter on it, put the bread down.
That's crazy. Yeah, but no, diner grilled cheese slaps. Don't sleep on it.
There better be some like fire tomato dipping stuff with that.
Okay, fair enough. I do that in Disney. That's like one of my go-to meals in Disney actually, is
Okay.
with tomato soup.
If you dip it into tomato soup, understandable. I'm still gonna judge you a little bit.
But 9 times out of 10, I dip it in ketchup. I'm gonna be so real. Ketchup.
My wife and I we went to Texas Roadhouse the other day and she
Mm.
ordered a steak and she dipped it in ketchup.
Oh, I used to do that. I used to do that. And I do dip my steak in ranch a lot, actually. I do. I really like dipping my steak in ranch, especially at like Outback. Outback ranch is really good because it's like a little spicy. A1 sauce is always good. I do ketchup
That's
at
that's
home.
that's acceptable for me. Other than that though, like nothing else. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, throw some butter in the pan. That's all you need.
So dry.
That's
Even
all
with
you
the
need.
butter. Okay.
Medium rare,
Medium rare. That's still mooing.
medium rare.
Medium to medium well. Medium well.
Damn. Not for me. All right, so you're gonna go with the first option here though.
Yeah.
Dip everything and
Yeah.
ranch for 24 hours. Yeah, that's easy to do, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, and last one. Would you rather live in a house where the wallpaper is made of dry ranch seasoning packets, or live in a house where the air freshener is Cool Ranch scented 24/7?
So I think so like when you say Cool Ranch, you mean like the Doritos?
Hmm.
So I think those Doritos smell like feet. I love them, but they smell like feet. So I think I would definitely have to live in the house where it's the dried ranch seasoning packets. It would, I feel like it'd be like a fun paper mache project, like making that though.
I think it'd be hilarious if you just had like Cool Ranch air fresheners, but you just hit them around the house, and someone's like, "It smells like Cool Ranch in here." That's kind of weird to say, but
And you're just like, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
just
know.
me.
You're like, no, that's just you. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a pretty weird thing to say.
It really is. But also like the looks that you might get when you just like have a fully wallpapered house of ranch seasoning packets, they'd probably be like, wow. Even in the bathroom, could you imagine?
Wow, they really even on the ceiling.
Ew.
Wow,
Ew, imagine in the bathroom having the air freshener be Cool Ranch. Ugh.
your mirror is Cool Ranch packets. The
That's
shower.
no. Oh my God, wait, the shower curtain is also the packet.
Yeah, that's actually funny.
Okay, wait, Ryan, I have one for you.
Oh,
I have
okay.
one for you.
All right, all right.
Okay, would you rather have to always eat Chili's chips and ranch or play cloth dodgeball?
Oh my God. One time?
No. Okay, so if I said you have to always eat the Chili's chips and ranch, then you can only play cloth because that's like makes it even.
So if I ever play dodgeball, it has to be
Has to be cloth.
cloth?
Has to be cloth.
No, thanks. No, thanks. If they got rid of every single ball type in America other than cloth, I'm finding a new hobby. Absolutely not.
I knew you were gonna say that. When I thought of that, I was like, he's definitely gonna be like, absolutely not.
No thanks.
Yeah, I figured.
It's a no for me, dog. All right, let's move on to some dodgeball questions. Not too bad. I think we're like 20 minutes in.
Sorry, I'm a yapper.
No, you're good. I am too, and I've been contemplating setting like a 10-minute timer so it doesn't go any longer than 10 minutes. But my podcast, you know.
Right.
All right, first a dodgeball question.
Okay.
How did you get into dodgeball?
Okay. So before playing like competitively, um, I have like been doing karate forever and we played at the karate school during like summer camps and different events that we did. So we would play with like foam balls, like it would be like the Rhino ones or like Joylite ones. Like it wasn't anything crazy. Um, and we actually used to go, me and my friends used to go play at Sky Zone a lot. And I think we honestly, Ryan, we probably ran into each other and we didn't even know it.
Had to.
Well, because here's the thing. I very specifically remember playing against like these crazy tryhards at Sky Zone.
That probably was me.
And it was probably you. Like, honestly, I was like, oh my, I was thinking about it today. I was like, wow, that was probably Ryan. But no, so we started playing there. And then fast forward to many, many years later, my friend Justin from the karate school was playing in Spark. And he was like, hey, come try this. Like, you like playing at the karate school. I think you'd like doing it here. So when I went to Spark, that's where I met Carlos Jeans because he was on my team. And he invited me to come to an open gym like a season or two after we had been playing together. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Like that seems scary, whatever. But I went, and literally like before I left open gym, I signed up for the season to play. So I really liked it. I liked the pace. I liked the competitive aspect of it. And I've always been like a sports person. Like I've played so many sports in my life. So I was like, oh, let's just add another one to the list. So yeah.
Love it. Also, the spark scene compared to the nutmeg scene, where it's like 6 on 6 versus 20 on 20, is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, and the rules are different too. I try to think of it as a giant game of no blocking, I guess, but I always end up getting out because someone's standing in front of me, or like three people are standing in front of me and they move out of the way, and I'm just like, well, that was fun.
We did it one time and we won that season, and then they're like, "Hey, we'd love to have you back." And then our team was like, "Who wants to come back?" And there was like 34 of us, and there was like 6 or 7 of us that like, "Yeah, we'll come back." They're like, "Ryan, are you in?" I'm like, "Fuck no!" Like this sucked. Absolutely, I did not have fun at all.
Right. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. I'm not I'm playing this season right now and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's my time to be done.
come play some Friday dodgeball.
Right.
Right.
It's better.
All right, next question. How often do you play dodgeball and where do you play?
I feel I play 4 days a week right now. My arm hates me. So I play on Wednesdays, I play on Thursdays in Spark, play on Fridays, like when I do the open gyms, for Connecticut Dodgeball. And then on Sundays, I mentioned it earlier, but on Sundays I've been going up for the She They League for Boston. And what's really nice is they have it so after the She They League, the open gym is right after. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be worth it for the drive to just do She They, but it makes it even more worth it because you get the 2 hour women's games and then you get 2 hours of mixed practice too. Um, but yeah, so lots of dodgeball. And then like in a week like this week, I'm playing on Saturday too for the tournament and things like that. So depends on the week, but I play a lot.
That is an insane amount of dodgeball.
It really is, but it keeps me busy. Because I think if I wasn't busy, I would go crazy. So like I would go insane.
When our committee was trying to figure out when we wanted when our committee was trying to figure out when we wanted to do our league, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, like there's nothing being played on Mondays, there's nothing being played on Tuesdays. Wednesdays there's Nutmeg, Thursday there's Spark. I'm like
Mhm.
Fridays could be open for like, open gyms, that'd be a cool idea. And I'm like Saturdays nothing, and I'm like Sunday Boston. And then I'm like, okay, who plays in all these? There's only two people that I can think of. It's you and Ashley.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Rachel does 3 out of the 4.
Still a lot of dodgeball.
Yeah, because Rachel does Wednesday, Friday sometimes, and then she comes on Sundays. So, and even Vicky, Vicky too.
She does.
Yeah, Vicky does she they, and she stays for open gym. And then I know she didn't come last week, but I think she's come to one. I think she came to one of them. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hmm.
On Friday. And I know she's playing on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So. few of us, but I know like me and Ashley. Ashley didn't go this past Sunday, but yeah, lots of dodgeball.
Ton of dodgeball. All right, moving right on to the next question. Can you talk about your dodgeball community?
Oh, I just love them. I think the Connecticut dodgeball community in general, just like it bleeds deep, like yes, we all play dodgeball together, but also just the fact that like we can go out and like be supportive of each other for other things too. Like we've celebrated birthday milestones, we've celebrated like I remember when Amanda and Nate got married, like we were all excited about for them and like just congratulating them. You know, just in even just not doing like we went, I think we did laser tag. I couldn't go because I was hurt, but like there was like a big group laser tag. Like I think the fact that the community extends outside of strictly dodgeball speaks volumes of just like the type of people that we are in the community that's been built. Um, and even just extending that because like I would say, although I don't like live there, like I would consider like the friends I have in Boston, Long Island, Philly, everywhere. I would consider them part of my dodgeball community too, because just because we might not play together all the time, like we're still in contact with each other. Like we talk all the time. Like I know me and Sierra from Long Island, we talk all the time. Like she'll call me just to like talk and just tell me how bad her day was at work. Like, so I think being able to form those relationships just like, again, speaks volumes for what the sport is doing for people because when you're in your adult life, you need those people you can lean on. So it's nice. I like it a lot.
For sure. I mean, I've said this on the podcast a few times, but at my wedding, I had like 7 or 8 people that weren't in my wedding, but like at my wedding that I would have never have met if it wasn't for dodgeball.
Right.
And
Right.
then to kind of bring it back to like our Friday night league that we have going right now, not really league, more of season, but I
Mhm.
mean, we're friends outside of it. Like we have a very active group chat. We talk to each other outside of it. We have a very active group chat. But I mean, we're all friends outside. We show up to dodgeball. We're all talking and stuff. We go to the bar afterwards, and then also we're kind of trying to plan something right now for in a few months, like a group outing to see who
Oh,
wants to go. But yeah, it's not like hey, we don't talk at all. Show up to dodgeball, throw balls at each other for 2 hours, and then leave.
right. And I feel like sometimes that's what ends up happening, or, you get like the overly clicky like teams or communities that are just like almost like exclusionary of people. And I just feel like that doesn't particularly happen. I mean, I'm sure there's things that happen behind closed doors, but like that's none of my business. Like that's none of my business. But regardless, I do think that I mean the fact that we can be like teammates and then also like friends like speaks volumes for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next question. Do you remember your first tournament?
I do. I played in the tournament in New Jersey back in October of 2024. And I was on a women's team with Amanda, Deja, Audrey, Vicky, Jess, Michaela, and Morgan, who has I just saw her last week at Spark, and I literally like me and Ashley literally jumped into her arms. We were like, "Oh my God, you're here!" So that was cool to see her. Um, but I remember being so nervous. Like I think I threw up that morning. Like I was so scared. Not scared, but I like wanted to do well because like I said, I've played sports my whole life and so I'm used to the competitive scene, but so nerve-wracking. This was the tournament that made me wear knee pads because at this tournament, I dove for a ball to like save somebody and I smashed my knee onto the ground and I had like the craziest bruise for like weeks after. Like it was like huge. Um, and I also remember that I got pelted when I was on the ground and I caught the ball. I was so excited that I caught the ball, but we were playing Empire, but at the time they were Task Force. It was like Task Force X. Um, and they just like it was like four people threw a ball at me on the ground and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Guys, help." But no, that was a fun tournament and I think that was a really good one to like kind of ease me into it because it was a smaller tournament for sure, but it was still competitive and like gave a good idea of what it's like.
Yeah, that was a fun tournament. I was
Yeah.
trying to think of when your first tournament was, but this one was fun because this was the Spice Girls, I think, first official tournament altogether.
Yeah, I think that was I think Yeah, it was because we didn't have like we didn't get our jerseys in time, but we were like that's when we established Spice Girls for sure.
And
So
we,
that
br- we
was good.
and we brought down two Connecticut teams too, like two only Connecticut teams.
Right. Yeah, because there was I don't know, it was like your I think you guys did you guys go by flight? I don't even know.
No, so I remember that team was like, uh,
Because I
I,
know Chimera was a thing, and I know like Garrett played with them, and then like Carlos and
oh, you know what? No,
Ray.
no, I'm thinking of a different year. Yeah, that year we did do flight. The year
Okay.
before that, we did a Connecticut only team, and
Mm.
that team, I think that was Terrell's first tournament, and Alan's
Oh
first
yeah.
tournament, and Nate's first tournament, and Ron's
Wow.
first tournament.
Wow. That's crazy. I was not there for that.
That one was a fun one. All right, next question. Have you had a welcome to dodgeball moment? So this could be something good, or it could be something bad, or if you have something for both, you can give both.
Um, I think so at that tournament, in that same game actually against Task Force, I went up to the line and I threw, like it was a team throw, but I nailed a girl in the face. Like hard. And I remember just standing there and being like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And like when we were going through like the line and everything, I like stopped her. I was like, I'm really sorry, it's okay. And she literally like was angry at me. She was like, don't apologize for hitting me in the face. And I was like, oh, so like this is legit. I was like, okay. And I was like,
Yes,
aye,
ma'am.
aye. I was like, aye, Captain, I'll do it again next time. Got it. Got it. Um, but no, so that was really funny. Um, and I just think I don't know that I've had like I definitely haven't like I haven't been hit in the face by Alan yet, knock on wood. So that's been really great. Um, and honestly, I think I said this when we had there was an open gym that we had or like a practice that we had in the turf Middletown spot. And Claire from Boston hit me in the face. And that was the first time I've been hit in the face in dodgeball. So I guess that could be it. But I wouldn't say there was anything too specific other than that.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad though. I mean, if you can't really
Yeah.
think of one, then maybe you haven't had one yet.
Maybe. Oh God, I don't know.
Uh-oh, Minnesota.
Oh no. It's gonna be Minnesota mixed and it's gonna be Shota. Mark my words.
Is Shota hitting you in the face?
Yeah. Or catching my ball with two hand, like one finger. I threw a ball at him like as a joke in Dallas when I wasn't even playing, like when I went with Carlos and Ben. And literally he literally just put his hand up and like caught it with like two fingers. I was like, all right. All
Out of his
right.
eyes. Didn't even use his hands.
Yeah. I was like, right. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm never throwing at you again, actually.
So jealous of those types of people that they catch everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what this guy's name was, but he played on Rose City Rebels last year, and I played against him in Tucson and no stink. And I
Mhm.
remember this was finals, the end of the first half, no, second half, because we flipped courts. I think it was like the the second to last game. Yeah, it was the second to last game. No ball blocking though. And
Mhm.
I tried to throw around him to see if he could reach for a ball. And it was like 5 feet away from him. And he like went all out for it. It wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna like, throw this ball 70% velocity. It was a hard throw at the front line and he caught it. I'm like, this guy just has an insane catch rate. He's like, or do I not throw at this guy?
Yeah. People like that. I'm so jealous of people like that. Like it's just it's impressive. It really is. I just don't because I feel like it's really hard to like yes, you can practice catching, like you can have someone throw at you, but I feel like you can't replicate game time throws because game time throws like you get those weird ones that just like land in your pocket or you get the ones that like I had one at the DMV tournament and it literally like Randy threw as hard as he could and I literally just stood there and it hit me in the knees and I just like stood there and I caught it. Like no hands, just caught it between my legs and I was like, "Huh. Like you can't replicate that." And granted,
No,
that's lucky. Like that's 100% lucky. I didn't mean to do that. But like that itself, like you need to, I don't know. You can't replicate stuff like that, but I don't
no, not really. More so like drills,
know.
which I have been trying to. I have been trying to see if we could do like drills on like the second half of our courts. This is a good problem to have. We've been using both courts, and honestly, there's been a lot of people showing up. We might have to extend,
Mhm.
but yeah, I have been thinking in the back of my head, like closer to tournaments, like, hey, can we run like one hard ass night where it's like one court doing one thing and one court doing the other? And I'm like, if you want like your ass to get busted, like come on my side. I'm gonna be
Right.
running drills. It's gonna be like 1-on-3s, 2-on-4s. We're gonna put you in crash situations, two balls being thrown at you. Like I don't care if you get out. Like we are literally gonna have a line of people, and it's just two at Mackenzie. Next people come up, two at Mackenzie. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
get pelted with balls for 2 minutes.
No, but like that's good though, because those are realistic situations like in competitive settings that you're going to face. Like, and honestly, like that is my nightmare when I am like last in or one of the last couple in, getting doubled or tripled. It's like my nightmare. And I would say it's become less of like, I don't want to say a fear, like a fear is dramatic, but like I would dread it. Like I would see like people coming to my side and I was like, oh boy, here we go. Two, three balls coming my way. Um, so I've gained a little bit of confidence, but still I feel like it's a good thing to practice for sure.
When I come back from my injury, hopefully it'll be like 2-3 weeks per Minnesota, but I am going to have you guys bully me for like half an hour.
Perfect. I think that's a great plan. And then you have to bully us back though, because we need the practice too.
I think I could do that.
Yep. You've done enough to me. That's my welcome to dodgeball moment when Ryan bullies me in open gym and throws at me from cross court and gets me every time. That was
I
my
thought you were going to say when I broke your nail.
that I forgot about that. I try to forget about that. I actually brought that up because I got my nails done yesterday. And I was like, man, look how far my nails have come from when I literally ripped my whole nail off. And the crazy thing, it was a foam ball. Foam. Are we kidding?
No.
I almost passed out in the bathroom. I
From the
literally,
nail?
yeah, well, because it didn't hurt when it happened. I didn't even realize it happened. Like you see, like in the video when I watched it back, you see me shaking my hand out, and then
Mm-hmm.
I look at it, and then I go, like I literally double take because I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh. That's when I went to the bathroom. I ran it underwater. It burned so bad. I was literally leaning on like the bathroom counter with like my hand under the water, like trying not to pass out. It hurt so bad because my it
Was
was skin.
was it okay? So it was your real nail. It wasn't like an
Yeah.
acrylic or anything.
Oh, I don't wear fake nails.
Oh, I
So
thought it was fake.
no. So that was my real nail that you ripped off. That's why it hurt so bad because I literally in the bathroom bit off my nail that was still attached to my skin.
Yikes. That hasn't happened to
So
me yet.
So yeah, backtracking, my welcome to dodgeball moment was when Ryan McComb ripped off my nail in a foam open gym. Not even like league, not a tournament, open gym. That was it.
What a bully.
Bully, tomato, tomato.
Tomato. All right, next question. Favorite ball type, least favorite ball type, and why?
Foam for life. I love foam. I honestly think I love foam because it's what I've had the most exposure to. It's also the ball I can throw the hardest. So like and like it's the one that I feel like I play the best. So I that's definitely my favorite one. Um, my least favorite is no sting.
Oh,
I hate no sting. I don't like throwing it. I don't like getting hit by it. And that was the ball I played when I got hurt. So I have a personal vendetta against no sting at this point in time. Um, I am already committed to playing no sting in Utah. So that'll be really great to do that. I'm gonna have to get over it, but it's women's, but I will play mixed because if I'm going all the way to Utah, I will do both because I'm not just gonna go for one division. But yeah, no sting, not for me, dog. Mm-mm.
that is fair. Also, like these no sting balls. Now, I mean, I would still say cloth for me personally, but
Yeah,
these no sting balls are just too inflated. They remind me too much of 8.5. It's not.
I
It's not fun to play anymore.
yeah, I've never played 8.5, so like and I'm kind of glad because I only hear horror stories about it. So hopefully I never play
I don't blame you.
it.
All right, next question. What's your favorite team you've played on?
So I really enjoyed the team that I most recently had for the Turkey Takedown in November. So I played with Mario, Jackson, Carlos, Tenny, Rachel, Jess, and Dakota. Um, and I just think we just had such good chemistry. I think the fact that most of us were from Connecticut was helpful, and the fact that Tenny kind of just adapts to every team that he's on ever because that's just the type of person he is and the type of player that he is. Um, we just were able to come together so well. Like the communication was insane, the support was insane. And just like when we would go down a couple, like we would go down a set and immediately we would win like the next two because like we'd be hyping each other up in like a little quick huddle. Um, and it was exciting because like when I had talked to Carlos about making the team, like we had like realistic expectations. Like we thought that we could do well, but we weren't going in expecting like to dominate by any means. But then we went undefeated in round robin and then ended up seeing your team in the finals. Um, so that was exciting. And the fact I before that I hadn't had like the best experiences in terms of tournaments. I had a couple of experiences where we lost literally every single round robin and then we got first rounded in like playoffs too. And I was like, wow. So I think that also played a big part was the fact that we came together and it was fun. Like I had fun, but also like we were winning and doing great too. So that was definitely that was my favorite team by far so far.
I thought that was going to be your answer, and that was a really good team. And I mean, there was a lot of other good teams too at that tournament. Like Acid's team was pretty solid.
Mhm.
There was that other team that came up from Long Island with Robbie was on that team.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we didn't see them at
We played
all.
them in semis, and then Randy's team with Heat, like that was a good team too. Like
Yes.
there was a lot of good teams there.
And that team, so Heat's team, that's their USA team. Like that's who
Hmm.
they're so that was a good opportunity for them to get some court time together before the USA rounds. So like knowing that, like that was really motivating too, knowing that there were teams of people that were going to be traveling, things like that too.
But you guys were definitely a solid team. Like I'm pretty sure you guys beat us that first game, and I remember going up to the front line, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm looking for a ton of things, but I'm like, okay, they have good chemistry. I could tell just going up to the front line. They're communicating. I could see it and hear it. And I couldn't really pick out like a weak link, which is something that like I really look for when I play a
Mhm.
team because I'm like, hey, either we're gonna get their weak link out first, or
Right.
we're gonna leave their weak link in. They're gonna throw us a catch. They're gonna make mistakes. Like we're just gonna leave you in constantly, have you make the same mistakes over and over, and then that's how we're gonna beat you. But when we played you guys, like that was a very close series, and
Mhm.
you guys, oh, I mean, you guys played really well, and I could tell you guys really liked each other.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I think our biggest issue in the finals match was we hadn't really been playing from behind. Like we had been like very even and or ahead when we were in round robin. So I don't want to say we like felt defeated, but I do think the emotions played a big role in how we finished. You know what I mean? Like I think we lost some of how well we were doing because we got in our heads for sure. So, I know I did. Like I know for sure like I was so far in my head and like so I know that and that does numbers for sure.
The watching that series back, the only game where I'm like, okay, they made a mistake, but it's nothing that like you guys could have really done. Was I caught Jackson kind of coming back from an away? I think it
Mhm.
was coming back from an away, and I hit him, and it somehow went across this other side of the court and hit Dakota in the back of the foot. He just never saw it coming, and I think it was just Nikki, Shannon, and I in on a six, and we just got that lucky double, and then from there we just kind of dwindled it down and killed a bunch of time. But
Right.
that was an extremely close series. It could have literally either team could have won it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next question. What is the biggest challenge you faced in dodgeball so far?
Well, I think it goes without saying when I tore my Achilles last December, that was devastating. That was so awful. And I think it was just the timing of it all that was awful because I was really like starting to get into the swing of things. People were starting to know who I was. I was forming relationships and networking. Um, and even in that tournament alone, I had just like the first game because I literally in that tournament I made it through the first series and it was the second game of the second series. In the first game, like the first series I played atrocious. We played against Akil's team and I was in the middle and Akil went for me first every single time. And I was so angry. And I even talked to him about it after the fact. I was like, "Why did you do that?" But yeah, the that second game, it happened so fast. And I like keep telling people when I tell the story, I'm like, I think I literally blacked out in the moment that it happened. And I asked Dave about it actually because I was playing against Dave Roy. And I was like, "What do you remember?" Because I truly don't remember it happening. And he said that I got a double right before it happened, and I was backtracking, like I was retreating back. And then he said it looked like I just like took like a funny step, like the non-contact stuff, and then I went down. Um, but didn't know I was hurt, so he threw at me while I was on the ground. And then
No,
everyone
he did not.
yeah, so I'm literally like sitting on the ground and he went and threw because he didn't know that I was hurt. He thought I just tripped and fell. And then everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa, she's hurt, she's hurt." And he was like, "I didn't know." Um, and it was really funny because last week, at Nutmeg, we were playing against each other and we had like a 3 minute 1v1, like me versus him. And it ended with him dropping down to catch and I got him out. And I was like, "Look familiar?"
Throw another ball at him.
I was like, "Look familiar or what?" He was like, "We've come full circle." Um, but no, so that was really hard. And I think it would obviously the injury sucked. But like I said multiple times, like I've always been a sports person, and this was the longest time in my life ever that I was not able to go out and do something active. Um, and I always call like sports like my escape. Like it helps me just kind of like get away from reality for a little bit. And when I was literally confined to my home for months, it was awful. So awful. So I really just I cried a lot. I cried so much. And I also would just like I talked to Marcus and Bo a lot. I was like, "Guys, did this suck as bad for you guys?" And they're like, "Absolutely." And then when I started doing physical therapy or like started doing different things, I would call Peter from Philly and I was like, "Is this supposed to happen?" And he was like, "Yes." Like my first physical therapist was not great. And so
Hmm.
I called Peter and I was like, "Hey, is there like something I could do? Because I feel like I'm not really progressing." And he would literally like basically give me like physical therapy sessions like over like Instagram video calls. Like so I was very appreciative of that. But that was by far the biggest challenge. And it still is a challenge because I'm not 100% yet. I was finally cleared as of recently to like actually be allowed to play because I started playing before I was supposed to. Um,
Tisk tisk.
right.
When you first started playing too, I'm like, Mackenzie, is this a good idea? And you were asking me, like, you think I should do this tournament? And I'm like, no. And she's like, I really needed you to tell me no. I just needed someone to tell me no, and you're a dad, and I knew you would say no.
Yes, I think I did that. I think I did that like two, three times too. Like it wasn't just one time. It was like month after month. I was like, "Ryan, what about this one? Ryan, what about this one?"
We talked about one of them months out, and you're like, yeah, but like, I'll be cleared in like October, and this is in September. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't even be playing dodgeball right now. But
Yeah, I was looking back to when I first stepped back onto the court post-op and I did an open gym for cloth of all ball types. I did an open gym for cloth in July. And it's funny because you can see in the videos, like I still got people out, but I would literally be at the line and then I would just stand there because I couldn't go back.
yeah,
I could barely walk. I was limping so bad. Um, at my finest work, but I was miserable. I was like, I needed to feel something. Okay. I needed to feel something.
And we played that 3v3 and I think
Yes.
August
And we won.
and we won, but when I was trying to like go into it like strategically thinking, I'm like, okay, Mackenzie probably shouldn't be playing right now. I can't call any aways. I'm like, Ron, this is the first time he's played dodgeball since his shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
And I called ourselves the Crips.
Yes. And the Crips came out on top.
Came out on top. Did we give up all the balls multiple times? Yeah, because we
Yeah.
couldn't all throw it together as a team and we could not run aways. But it worked.
Somehow, some way, it worked. It worked. We did that. That was so funny. I low-key forgot about that.
I saw the picture on my phone.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I remember hearing when you tore your Achilles because you guys were supposed to go up from the Philly tournament to Long Island and play in the Midnight Madness. And I heard about it. And my first thought was like, did she actually tear her Achilles? Because everyone's like, I tore my knee, I tore my Achilles, and then they get checked out, and that's not what happened. And they're like, no, 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 it was bad. And I'm like, fuck. And we had played an open gym. I think it was like that Wednesday or the Wednesday beforehand. And we were on the same side, and you were asking me a lot of questions, and you were still pretty new to Nutmeg.
Mm.
And I was like, this girl has a lot of potential. I hope she sticks with it. And then you tore your Achilles, and I was like, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that really it really was something. That's for sure. Ah, I just wow. Yeah. It's crazy that it was a year ago. Because like the time went by so slow, but now I'm like, wow, that went by pretty quick. Um, but yeah, I was really butthurt about missing the second tournament too. And that was the first thing I asked Peter. I looked at Peter and I said, "Does that mean I can't play tomorrow?" Like psychotic. I literally was like, "Peter, I can't play tomorrow." And he was like, "No." And that was so bad. But honestly, like Philly dodgeball were like such beautiful humans when that happened. Like Sam Sayward and Nikki were so supportive. They're like, if you need anything, let me know. Kelsey literally brought me to urgent care. Like she put me in the back of her car and brought me to urgent care, walked me in, brought me back to my hotel after I was done. Like just beautiful people. And I still went to the ball. I still went
You
to the
saw it to the ball.
You didn't know that? I
No.
Yeah. I pulled up to the ball on my crutches in my like I literally had my hair still up in a ponytail. I still had my dodgeball shoes on
That is wild.
because I brought heels and I couldn't wear heels for like on crutches. So I literally was all splinted up and I had my crutches crutching on cobblestone, nonetheless. Cobblestone. And I just remember Mikey drove us and he parks like a half mile away. I was like, "Hey Mikey, can I maybe get dropped off at the door?" Just the thought. Can I get dropped off? So what
What
a
do you
night
just
that.
drive a minute down the street? That's like a 3 minute drive from the hotel. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
What? Yeah. So that was funny. I did do that. Went to the casino after too. And then when we were at the casino, my crutches broke. Like one of the screws fell off. So my crutch, like the little like handle, like to like actually like lean on, was like falling off, and I was just a mess. What? It was a mess. And that whole weekend, honestly, that whole weekend was a mess. Like, because when we got there, they only had a room with one bed, and it was me, Mikey, Jackson, and Mare. And they're like, yeah, so like we can give you blankets. So they gave us like a fleece blanket and one pillow and said that we could have people sleep on the floor.
Did you guys not book a hotel room before you went down?
No, we did, like months in advance.
Just the wrong room?
No, they were like, we don't have any more with two
Oh,
beds. They're like, we don't have any more with two beds. And Mikey was like, we booked this months ago. What do you mean?
yeah.
So I was like, Mikey, go back down there and say you want another room.
Yeah.
And so they ended up
For
giving us
sure.
another room.
Yeah.
So they ended up giving us another room. So then it was Mikey and Jackson and me and Mare together, but which ended up being better anyway because I was injured. But
Yeah.
ironically, the two rooms we had were the handicap accessible rooms. So
At least it worked out.
doomed from the start.
All right. Next question. Describe your perfect dodgeball teammate.
Okay. So I think communication is huge. Um, that's like, I mean, that's like, I feel like that's the key for like friendship, relationships, like communication is really important. Um, I think another big thing is just like being someone that's playing for the team and not for yourself. It's very easy to want to play hero ball and just be that one that gets like the cool clip or the person who gets the last out or whatever. Um, so I just appreciate the people that are more so for the team. Um, like for example, someone who's really good at this, he plays on my team for Wednesdays right now, is Nick from Groton. Like he is someone who is really good about making sure everybody gets to throw. Like he is the first person to pass off the ball and be like, "Here, you throw." And I think that's really important because while yes, like league is important and like people want to win it, like everyone is signing up for more recreational and playing for fun. So, I think that is a really huge in being a good teammate. And then also just being supportive on and off court. Like I know me personally, I get in my head very quickly and very easily because I hold myself to very high standards. And having teammates that are like on court being like, "Hey, you got it," and then also off court like taking the time to like talk with me and get me out of my head, like I know I appreciate that. And it's really cool because everyone that I've ever played with like has the right way of doing it. Because there's definitely times where people want to be left alone, and it seems like people know, like with me at least, when to leave me alone. Like Rachel will always joke with me. She's like, "Yeah, I walked in and I knew not to talk to you." And I'm like, "Well, perfect. Great." But she's also one of the ones that gets me out of my head so quickly. So, I think those are definitely like the big things for being like a good or even a perfect dodgeball teammate.
Those are all good qualities to have. Um, don't have too much to bounce off of that. The reason why I was making that face is because it is almost NBA trade deadline and James Harden just got traded.
To where,
He is going to the Cavs for Darius Garland.
huh, interesting. Okay. So people were saying he was going to go to the Wolves. And I was like, ah.
Because they traded Mike Conley. Of course, this
Mm,
this comes back to basketball, but they traded Mike Conley earlier in the day. They tried to dump some salary to either take on
okay.
Harden or Giannis. So they're like, we're gonna shoot for Giannis, but if we don't get Giannis, we'll get Harden. Well, it looks like you're probably not getting either right now. Or maybe I'm gonna look like an idiot when I post this tomorrow and Giannis gets traded at midnight or something like that. But I don't think that's happening.
Right.
All
So,
right, next question. Back on dodgeball. Build your dodgeball Mount Rushmore of goats. So this could be males, could be females, could be either or.
yeah. No, I loved this. This was so, and I, like, it's funny. I really didn't have to think much about this. Like, I like thought of the people very quickly. Number one, Ashley, my goat. She's right in the middle.
Pouring honey on you.
Love it. Shota. Shota's up there. Mike McGee. He's up there. Because he's one that has kind of just been like kind of hiding, but I know he's incredible. Like I have seen so much of him. He's incredible. And then I would say Hashi, Eli. Those would
That
be like those are I think like those people, I think those are the ones I've watched like the most of. Like when I've watched film and just like watched like the competitions, like the live streams, like I've paid attention to them because I know A, they've been playing a while, B, they play well. Um, and like even like Ashley, like I know Ashley is one that like having like that female presence and being as good as she is, like I love it.
all absolute dogs, like zero weaknesses in their game.
I, incredible, literally incredible.
All right, next question. Do you have any hobbies other than dodgeball?
Yeah, so I mentioned before that I've done karate. I've actually done it for 22 years. I haven't been back since I've been hurt. But I'm hoping to maybe get back into it because I teach it too. So, even if I'm not doing it for me, I like doing it for the kiddos. Like I used to coach demo teams and stuff, and they would go and compete and win and be awesome. And I used to compete myself when I was younger too. Um, I'm also big on concerts. I went to 8 concerts in 2025.
You gotta list
Um,
them.
what?
You gotta list them.
Oh God. Okay. So the first one in 2025 I went to, I was still in a boot and I was in the pit. I went to go see Dylan Scott, who's like a country artist, and I literally held my phone up and I was like tore my Achilles but still in the pit. And we literally like had a conversation while he was on stage. He was like, "Where are your crutches?" I was like, "I don't need crutches." I was like, "I got my boot. I'm good." And I did not make it to the end of the concert. I ended up sitting in the lobby of the Oakdale because my foot hurt so bad.
I'm terrified to go to Oakdale.
Why?
There's too many shootings there. I'm not going to a concert and almost getting shot. Like I'm good.
That's crazy. I don't think okay, well, it's probably because the ones that are happening in the dome. I don't think I'd go to a concert that's in the dome. Like if it's in the theater, I'm cool with that. But like a dome concert, I don't know about that. Okay, now I have to remember. I went to what else? Post Malone and Jelly Roll. That was really good. Um, The Weekend. That was great. Big Time Rush. I saw Playboy Cardi.
No, Playboy. In New York on Millie Rock.
That lit that concert, I think the whole time I was like, I could not believe I did not pay for those tickets. Let me be
That
so
is an
clear.
insane concert for you to go to.
Do you know how many students I saw at that concert?
That's crazy. I mean, I would go to that concert. That's the type of music I like, but I can't see you go to that concert.
It was so funny. The whole time I was just like the lights and everything, I was like, what's happening? That was crazy. Um, what else? Oh, I went to the Jonas Brothers and oh, I was at the concert that the CEO cheated on his wife, Coldplay.
Sick.
I saw that live and me and my friends were in the pit watching and we were like, "Oh, he's cheating."
Oh, so everyone knew, right?
It was very clear. And then like seeing it the next day, it was really funny. I was like, "Oh." And then all my friends were like, "You were there?" I was like, "Yeah. Yeah, I was. I
I
was
think you
there."
posted it on your story, and I think I like reacted to it. I'm like, "Were you there?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did you see the thing?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it was really funny. Chris Martin even said he was like, "Ooh," he was like, either they're really embarrassed or someone's having an affair. Like he straight up called them out. It was so funny. Um, but yeah, so that's a big hobby of mine. I just love music and I love live music. So, I tried to dial it back this year though because concerts are expensive. But I say that as I did get tickets for Harry Styles and paid an ungodly amount of money for them. So, but that'll be fun. He's going to Madison Square Garden. So,
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, it's gotta
yeah.
be. I think the most I've spent on tickets. I haven't gone in a long time. I used to go to a lot of concerts. Probably like 2019. I went to a Future concert. It's like almost $200. Sick concert. Awesome. Loved it.
200?
Yeah, I think I went to Chance the Rapper too, and I think it was almost $200, but it wasn't as expensive.
Okay. So like let me put it into perspective for you. Post Malone, 350.
You
Okay.
well, what? This was last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I went to a Post Malone. Was this in Connecticut?
Gillette.
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Yeah. So 350. Justin Bieber in 2016, VIP, $600.
And your first child.
Harry Styles, Harry Styles, Lower Bowl, Madison Square Garden, $715. Oh, but it's
Damn.
okay.
I mean, if you're having a good time,
Right. I did not buy those ones. My friend bought them, and I said, "Girl, I will be on a payment plan." I said, "You will be getting a payment per month from me." Sorry.
I mean, if you got the money and you had a good time, then
Having the money is questionable, but yeah.
as long as you're good for your money.
Right, right.
All right, next question. Do you have any mentors?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I have like almost like a team of mentors because they all help in such different ways. So I mentioned them before, but like Marcus and Bo were really big on like the Achilles rehab, and also just like keeping strong during that because they both made sure to let me know that the mental side of it is probably the hardest part to come back from. Um, and even just in general, like they both are very helpful and very willing to give feedback, which I greatly appreciate. Um, and then obviously Ashley, I mentioned her before too. Just kind of giving tips on how to navigate the dodgeball scene as, as a woman, establishing yourself as a player. I leaned on her a lot when considering what to do for USA. I wasn't sure if I should try and market myself and kind of establish myself on a team or if I should do a free agent year. Um, so her and I sat and had a really good conversation about like my goals and things like that and kind of just hashed out what would be best for me. And she even offered to like help with different things and different things to work on. So I really appreciated her for that. And then I have my mental coaches too. When I've played with Tenny, he's really good about, he does this thing where if you're talking bad, he goes, spit it out. He puts his hand out and he makes you like literally pretend to spit in his hand. And he's like, okay, we're done. So I think that's really helpful. And then Carlos is a big one because obviously he's the one who got me into dodgeball. I call him my ride or die. Like he and I are just like we're very close and I appreciate him so much because he's helped me a ton in dodgeball and out of dodgeball. Like I go to him for literally everything. But he's been really big on my mental game. He's like, like for example, if I'm in my head or if I'm feeling down about how I played, he's like, okay, but like, what is it doing for you feeling this way? And I think that's like a really powerful thing for me because I was like, wow, you're right. It really is doing nothing for me to think badly about how I just played. Like instead, I should be thinking about what I could have done better. Um, so he's been really helpful in helping me reframe thinking. So, um, and obviously there's so many people that I've encountered over my times of just going to different places too, but it'd be take me 8 years to list all the names, but I'm very grateful because people are very helpful in wanting to like help me do well.
No, it's a good list for sure. Um, yeah, I had a story, but I won't say it on air.
Oh God. Okay. Wait, tell me later then.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay,
I'll tell you
okay.
later. All right, and last question from me. When you first started playing dodgeball, did you try to model your game after someone?
Um, so I think kind of like the mentor question, I kind of look at a bunch of different people. Especially when I was hurt, I took a lot of time to watch film, watch games being streamed. I went to tournaments, like I went to the Throwdown and I watched. I went to Dallas with Carlos. Like I literally flew to Dallas to watch a USA round. Um, and just doing that, and I went to the Boston USA round. So I think doing that, I've watched so many different people that it would be really hard to say that I model it after one person because I like to look at the various different people and say, ooh, okay, this person does this really well. Let me try that. Or, oh, I didn't like the way this person did that, but let me reframe it and try and do it this way. Um, because I don't think there's such thing as like the perfect dodgeball player. Like I think everyone has strengths, but everyone also has that like one, for lack of better words, like Achilles heel. I know it sounds so lame, but but yeah, so I think just looking at a bunch of different people, like a lot of people that have been in the game for a long time, and even like people that are newer, you learn something from everybody. So,
That's a good answer. I've tried answering this myself a few times, and for me, like I used to watch so much Sky Zone dodgeball back in the
mhm,
day, but I'd be like, okay, this person jumps from like the top trampoline to the bottom, top to the bottom. Like that's cool. I'll try that.
mhm,
So I would do that sometimes.
yeah,
I used to do like a handstand, but I would do it backwards. So like my body is in the trampoline and my back is being exposed, not the other way around as a guy. Um, I did that a few times. That worked, but that was more of like a funny thing to do. But
mhm,
yeah, I think that's a good answer though, because you really don't want to be like, I want to be exactly what, how this person plays, or like, I like everything from this person. I'm going to do everything that
right,
this person does because it works for them. It may not work for you.
exactly.
But that's all I got for questions from me. Let's move on to questions from the people. And we have a lot, so thank you to everyone who sent them in. Let's start with the first one. First question from Alan Williams. Who is your favorite dodgeball player to play with?
So when I saw him comment this, I couldn't help but laugh because at every open gym I've been at with him lately, I'm like, and we end up on a team together. I'm like, Alan, like me and him are always joking, saying that we always have to be together. So I do love playing with Alan because I don't like getting hit by Alan for sure. Um, but yeah, so Alan is cool to play with. But in terms of favorite, that's so I really like thought about this for so long, and I was like, I don't know that I can like choose. But honestly, you know who I like almost I think I want to say Tenny. I haven't played with him a ton, but like I really loved like I played with him at the DMV tournament that I went to, and then I had him again for Turkey Takedown. And I think just the mix of the supportiveness, the understanding and knowledge, the talent, and just like he's just a very well-rounded player. And I feel like him being well-rounded and also having that overt positivity like forces me to want to be better. So I think for that reason, he would have to be my favorite.
Good answer. All right, next question. Lovey asks, as an educator, what do you think needs to be done in order to improve youth engagement in dodgeball?
First things first, we need to bring it back to high school.
Thank
Bring it
you.
back, bring it back to schools. Um, we're doing far more dangerous things in gym classes, and I don't think that dodgeball is crazy bad. Like in my high school, we swam. Like you could literally drown. Like, sure, I'm sure there's a way that someone could get severely hurt or die in dodgeball, but I doubt at the high school level or school level it's going to do that. So I think just in general, exposure would be really good. So either bringing it back to like schools where they can play it recreationally would be really cool. Um, and I was also really sad like when Sky Zone and Wallingford closed. Um, and also just I feel like maybe I'm crazy, but like I don't see like trampoline parks that much. And I know they don't like have dodgeball like they used to. Because I think that was a good way for the exposure too, even if they're just picking up a ball and throwing it and not really trying, it still like exposes it. But I personally would really like to see like some formalized like youth dodgeball um anywhere. I know there's some places that do have it where they have kids that get to play. Um and even if it was just like a purely recreational or just like an open gym type thing where they can come play and just like have a good time. Um, I think about the format that the kids at my karate school played it. Like we made up so many different versions. Like we made up Fortnite dodgeball. Like, are we kidding? Minecraft dodgeball.
You guys a build?
Yes. Like we literally had it where we had all of like the karate pads, like and like stuff they would hit. We had it all lined up in the middle. And then they had to get their mats, like the materials, and they lined up on the line and it was one person at a time relay style. They had to go grab one thing and then go back. Then the next person might grab one thing and come back, grab one thing, come back. And then they had time to build. And then if it fell down, they couldn't fix it. So like it was like stupid things like that where you can make up fun ways. Like I know in past open gyms we've done like Trader Ball or Poison and things like that. So I think
LeBron, LeBron ball too.
LeBron Ball, terrible. LeBron Ball. Yes, LeBron Ball would be fun. You can only jump and throw at people. And if you don't jump and throw, you're out.
I'm actually thinking about bringing that into Connecticut dodgeball.
I think that would be really fun. I think I would hate it, but I think I'd love it. But no, so I think just overall exposure for like kids and youth engagement would be really good because I think if they start at such a young age, like they'll just be so good. Because I think about like Nick DeChenko, like he's young. Like I know he's not like is he like how old is he?
19, I think.
Right. So like and even what's his name from what's it called? Outsiders. Logan?
Logan, yep.
He's young too, right? I think
Mm.
he's like so like kid like I mean they're not kids, but they're like older teenagers, but they obviously started playing at a younger age. So think about how they're playing now. If they're playing like that now, like think about how much better they're going to continue to get as they get older. You know what I mean? So I think just having that early exposure could be really helpful.
That's a great answer because, I mean, I don't see why dodgeball can't be in schools. And I know, you can make the argument like it's a form of bullying. a kid could get bullied at class and lunch at recess. Like there's
Hmm.
so many different places where the kid could get bullied. Like dodgeball is a fun sport. It's meant to be fun. And I
Right.
feel like for kids, it's always like the same three sports. Like, okay, you can either do baseball, you can do basketball, or you can do soccer.
Yeah.
And then you like middle school, you can start playing football.
Yep.
Like, why not be like, hey, this could be a fun place for you to play dodgeball? Like
Right.
Nick and I from Groton, we were having a conversation at the bar last Friday, and he's like, "Hey, New London wants me to start a dodgeball league, but I need 20 signups for the adult league and 20 for the kids league, and then I could start my league." I'm
Oh,
like, "That's crazy, dude." I'm like, "What do you have any? I don't like what are you saying to try and convince these people to, sign up for your league?" He's like, "I don't even know where to start." And I'm like, "Yeah, because like there's no social media. You can't be like, hey, here's our page. It looks fun, right?"
right.
Unless like 20 parents and all their kids want to play, like where are you getting that? And I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
like you can go to a little league right now or find something. I'm like, your best bet would probably be like park and rec basketball. But I'm like, that's and for you to need 20 kids to sign up is crazy.
Right.
That's a money grab.
It's also really hard to like market anything like through a school too. Cause like I've had people ask me, they're like, oh, like, can you share this with your school? And I'm like, well, I have to ask like 8 different people. But if you really want me to, I can try to ask 8 different people. And they're like, no, don't even worry about it. It's just like there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through to try and get information out to kids. It's tough.
I can only imagine.
When in doubt, TikTok. We got the 8-year-olds on TikTok.
Next question. Ashley Elder asks, well, she actually doesn't really ask. Just wanted to say I'm so proud of you and how far you've come along. How has your journey been since tearing your Achilles? What are your main goals for the upcoming dodgeball season?
Oh, Ashley. She's so sweet. I love her. Yeah, the journey has been exhausting. Physical therapy was its own animal for sure. Even I went today, I was still having a mental breakdown, doing box jumps. Because there's a lot of fear. So I think that's the biggest thing that I'm working on now that, it's I'm not 100%, but it's at a good spot. Now it's the fear aspect. And it's not even so much that I'm afraid that it's going to happen again. It's just the fear that I'm going to do something to set myself back, if that makes sense. And
Hmm.
also just the fear of doing normal things. Like there was a time a week or two ago in league when I was in the corner and we were running it away and I pushed off of my left foot instead of my right. And immediately, like, I stopped and I was like, okay, I can do that. Like it's just the fear factor. So I think like that is a big goal of mine for this upcoming season is to kind of continue working on that fear factor and just reminding myself that okay, my doctor, my surgeon cleared me. He wouldn't have cleared me if he didn't think it was okay. My physical therapist tells me that I can do all these things. It's me. I need to get out of my own way. Um, so slowly but surely, I hope to keep doing that. And also just in general, just continuing to improve my confidence, because people tell me they're like, "Oh, your arm is great. Like your catching has gotten so much better, blah blah blah." Like I don't know how to take compliments. Like I'm kind of just like, "Thanks." I'm like, "Oh my God, thanks so much." And I'm just like, "You're lying." Like you're saying that to make me feel good. Like so I think just taking the time to recognize the growth that I've made and, just giving myself credit where credit is due at times too. Um, I was talking to Carlos about it actually recently. I was like, I need to learn to be proud of myself because I really like I'm always go, go, go. Like, what can I do better? What's next? So I think just taking the time to appreciate how far I've come and the things that I've done will
And
be
the crazy thing is, you gave Carlos that same advice 7 months ago, right? 8 months ago for semi-pro, and you told me about it.
Yep. Yep. Isn't that I'm the biggest hypocrite. I give the best advice and I should take my own advice, but I don't. It's awful.
Next question from Justin Bowen. What's your favorite nickname that you have?
Well, I mean, in dodgeball, people usually just call me Kens. In high school, people called me Mac Daddy, so I have a jersey with Mac Daddy on the back. And me and Mackenzie Vanderzee from Boston were bonding over that because last 2 weeks ago when we were in Boston, she was subbing for She They, and she looked at the back of my jersey and she went, and she turned around and her jersey said Mac Daddy too. It was just really funny. And Lovey was like, there can only be one of you. There can
Oh, do you
only
guys
be
have to
one.
scrap on
Um,
site?
well, no, Lovey was just like, well, Mackenzie was Mac Daddy first, and I was like, but like, no, I was like, but I was Mac Daddy first for Connecticut. Like,
Oh,
I
I would
was
say
like,
it comes down to an age thing, which other Mackenzie has you beat.
yeah, she does. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that one's a fun one. And then Garrett, you saw his comment, but Garrett recently called me Bangs. And I think it's so funny. Like, like I was being such a bully to him in one of the open gyms. Like I kept getting him out. Like I just every time, like we'd be lined up across from each other and I would just get him out. And he'd be like screaming from off court. He's like, "Get bangs, get bangs." And it was just so funny. So that's a new one. I've never been called bangs before. But I like it. So if it sticks, it sticks. If not, I'll remember it. Thanks, Garrett.
Next question again from Justin. What's inspiring you to continue growing in dodgeball and to compete in the highest level possible?
Um, I think just, seeing, especially in the women's side, seeing a bunch of women competing in like the USA, like Team USA level, it's inspiring because I think a lot of times it's gotten better. It has certainly gotten better, but women's sports kind of flies under the radar. Um, but I like that there's an opportunity in dodgeball for men and women to play together on like an equal playing field. Now, do I know it's not always equal? Absolutely. It's always how it goes. We've had that conversation before where inevitably mixed turns into the guys throwing, girls surviving, catching, whatever. But I think the fact that there is the chance and the opportunity for men and women to play together and work together to achieve a common goal is really important. Um, because like I said, a lot of sports, it's like, okay, men's basketball, women's basketball, and rightfully so. I do think sports need to be separate in certain capacities, but um, I think the fact that like that's inspiring to me that I can, as a woman, still be looked at the same capacity as like a good male player. So that inspires me to try and be one of those good players, like those one of those women players that can hang with, you know, those top male players in competitive settings for sure.
You're low key spitting with these answers.
So I
No, in a good way, in a good way.
thanks. People always say that I should have like done like more like speaking and like things like that. I don't know. It just happens when I start flowing. Should be a rapper.
You should be a podcaster,
No, I'm gonna be a slam poet.
slam poet. I have to make little notes for myself. So like when I first started podcasting, like this is episode 80, and I listened to like the first 10 and I'm saying like and finishing a sentence with the word but. And I'm like, you can't do that. Like learn how to talk, idiot.
I still do that too. Um, but I think for me, like you have to realize I talk every day in my job. Like I teach. I public speak all the time, so that's helpful. And I also have to teach kids how to do that too. Like we do in what I do, like I run mock job interviews and the kids, like I have to talk like I'm a potential boss of theirs. So I try my best to help them. So I guess that helps me with the public speaking aspect here too.
Yeah. All right. Next question. A couple of questions from 9-7 Even Jeans. I'm not sure who that is.
It's, I don't know.
Hi, huge fan. Three questions. First, how long have you been playing for, and what's your goal for the end of this year?
So I mean, I started in 2024, it's 2026. So in calendar years, 2 years, but I took like 7, 8 months of not playing because of being hurt. So one would say even less than that. So I guess in theory, just over a year, we'll say. Um, and then I know I kind of already touched on like the goals, but you know, I think the confidence piece and working on the mental game is really big for me this year. That's been something I've been trying to work on in personal life too. But um, that mental getting over the mental barriers for sure because, you know, I have my strengths in other areas, but the mental game is what holds me back a lot.
My dad used to have a saying when he coached me in sports, and it was always the game is 70% mental, 30% physical.
Mm-hmm. So right. I've heard that before too. Must be a dad thing. I don't think my dad said it, but
I,
it's such a dad thing to say. Make sure you say that to Kaden one day, okay?
for sure, yeah.
Right.
All right, next question. If you could create a dodgeball roster surrounding yourself plus two subs, who would they be? It could be a team full of superstars, people you want to play with, all women's, mixed, etc.
Okay. Well, that's really hard. But I mean, I feel like I would really want to try playing with someone like Shota or Hashi just to say that I've done it. So I would say probably either one of them. Um, let's see. I mean, I said Tenny was my favorite player to play with, so I'd probably want him as well. Um, who else? It's really hard. Like there's so many. Oh, you know who I want to play with? He doesn't even play anymore is Ray. Do you remember Ray?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss
We
him.
got to get his ass back.
Me and Carlos tried. We tried to get him for Turkey Takedown. We were like, come back, please.
No, I'm retired.
No, he was like, no.
He
We
does
tried.
have he does have like three kids.
Right. So we did try to get him back because I miss him and I would love and I was saying to Carlos, I was like, I would love for him to see because he only saw me in my first season ever and he saw me in Spark. Like, I would love for him to see me now. That sounds really dramatic. I'm gonna send him a clip and be like, look at me now.
I love Ray. He was on Dream. He was
Yeah.
the original members of Dream.
Hmm.
He was on Charter last year. Well, I guess 2 seasons now, but I mean, we probably played 2 seasons together, 3 seasons together because we did a draft season, and then like 6 or 7 tournaments together. Like we played together a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome teammate. Can't say enough good things about him.
Yeah. So I think he'd be on there. I really love playing corner when John Gatlin's in the other corner. Like very great communicator. Like incredible. When we've done a couple of open gyms where we've been together and we've been on the corners and he's always talking, which I think is so important. So I think I'd want him too. I mean, I'd love to have like Ashley, Rachel. Yeah. It's just like all people that I've like played with before.
Got like 10 people on this list.
Yeah, right. Well, he said my dream team. Like that is limitless. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I thought
Just
you're
do
gonna.
it.
I thought you were gonna say who's your favorite Matt? David Wright.
Yeah.
Did it say David Wright? Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I would like Justin Bieber, Post Malone. I would like Sabrina Carpenter, just a bunch of famous people.
Favorite
Ooh,
woman's athlete.
favorite women's athlete. I really like Simone Biles. I know that's kind of like, I feel like that's very cliche, but I just think I like her a lot. I like her. And also, I don't even remember her name, so I guess she can't be my favorite. So,
Wow. I thought you were gonna
right.
say Paige from UConn last year.
Yeah, she is great. I do like her. I like her humility. Like I like that she is very much like my team, my team, my team. I couldn't have done it without my team. Where like she very well could have been like, I did this, I did that. I'm glad that I did that. But and I know that athletes know how to talk the game. I do know that. And I'm sure there are times where they rightfully so can be cocky and be proud of themselves because they should be. Um, but yeah, the humility aspect in the limelight is good.
We, not me.
Yes.
All right, next question from Rachel. What things do you do very well in the sport, and what are some things you're trying to work on?
Um, It's a good one. I like that question a lot. Um, I think things that I do well, um, I think the fact that I played softball like my whole life kind of prepped me for a throwing sport. So I think my arm definitely is one of the better things about me in playing. I'd also say just like the overall like IQ, I feel like has gotten pretty good about like knowing who should throw, how many should be thrown, different play calls, and even just, placement for different throws. Um, Things that I'd like to work on. While it's gotten better, I would like to work on the consistency of catching. Um, like before, I wouldn't even go for catches at all. I would just like try and move out of the way and I would just get murdered. But now what I'm noticing is because I've gained a little bit of confidence is now I'm starting to reach a little bit and now I'm starting to instead of dodge like trying to go for a catch when maybe I should have just gotten out of the way. Um so now like I like hyper trained like okay, you can catch a ball, but now I need to retrain myself and be like okay, now you need to know when to go for a catch versus when to just dodge. Um so that's definitely one thing. And then I know I already talked a bunch about like the mental game for sure. But that's another big one. It's another big one. I need to stop getting so angry.
Next question, another one from Rachel. What advice would Mackenzie today give to her baby self, her baby dodgeball self?
Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I said this before too. I hold myself in all aspects of my life to very, very high standards and at times unrealistic standards. So if I do something wrong, I'm like, oh, I swung that game. That loss was my fault. Or I'll throw a catch and I'm like, well, that's it. And then I'll get like caught back in and then I'll just like have to reframe my whole mindset. Um, so baby dodgeball self would tell me now, or vice versa, to be kind to myself and, allow myself to make those mistakes because again, I'm hypocritical. I tell my students at school all the time, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay if you failed that test. We can just redo it. We can fix it. So like putting that back into dodgeball terms, like it's okay that I threw a catch. Like is it okay? No, but now I know next time, okay, don't throw it at that person there, or maybe throw it lower next time, or whatever. If I tried to catch and I dropped a catch, it happens. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one will ever be perfect. Even the best catchers, even these people that we say catch everything, they have their drops too. Um, so I think just remembering that I'm human and I can't be perfect, although my mind would really love me to be. Um, Keeping that in the back of my head for sure.
Another great answer. And last question from Rachel. Favorite hype song?
So I have two songs that I listen to before every dodgeball game. Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. I love that song. And I always say, I'm like, I used to pray for times like this, just like randomly. It's like a vocal stim. And then I also listen to Tore Up by Don Toliver.
Oh, he just came out the Fire album.
He's touring too. So I was like, maybe I should go. Me saying, oh, I'm not gonna go to a lot of concerts this year. But no, so those are the two songs that I listen to literally in the car when I'm like 10 minutes away. I put them both in the queue and I'm just like,
I
okay.
thought you were gonna say something Cardi B and Sexy Red.
No, I honestly I don't listen to a ton of female artists in general. Very male heavy with music. But like I also like I love Sabrina Carpenter, saw her in concert. I do listen to the occasional Taylor Swift. I'm not like a Swiftie by any means, but um I've been trying to like
Hold on,
force
hold
myself.
on, hold on. You said you're not a Swiftie very much. Every person that I come across that's like not really a huge Taylor Swift fan. And I said, okay, let me ask you some questions because if you know these answers, then I think maybe you are. Does Taylor Swift have a cat?
Yeah,
What's her cat's name?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'll give it to you then. Okay. All right, continue.
But I will say I did trivia with one of my friends, and it was Taylor Swift. I got a perfect score.
See,
Embarrassing. And it was like like it was like in 2008, which album won album of the year
yeah,
at
you're a
the
Swiftie.
Grammys?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My
No.
brother's girlfriend and my brother-in-law's girlfriend, they're like not huge Taylor Swift fans, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, let me pull up one of these random quizzes that you probably took. And they were like going like nail and nail with everything. I'm like, you guys are insane. Like the weirdest questions that like you should not know anyone's answers unless it's like your family member. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
way they get this one. And they're like, within 3 seconds.
Yeah, so I used to be that way with Justin Bieber. There was like a whole board game of like his like personal. It's kind of crazy now that I think about it and I'm saying it out loud. Like there was questions like what hospital was he born at? What room was he in? And I knew that back then. I don't remember now. But like I used to know like the time, the date, the day. I was crazy. I was
My wife is a
crazy.
big Justin Bieber fan. Not to that extent, maybe more back in the day, but
I love that.
there's
I love
always JB playing in the house.
yes. Good. Good.
Kaden loves it. All
Oh,
right.
love that.
Next question. Question from Tree. My girl Kens, love you so much. What is your favorite dodgeball memory and why?
Oh, love you too, Tree. So good. I think I asked her this question when she was on. My favorite dodgeball memory. That's so hard because I feel like there's been so many.
There's like one really obvious one. Come on.
Help.
Come
Help
on.
me. Oh God, help.
Come on. It was this past summer. It was a 2 day event on a Wednesday. We won it together.
Oh, yes.
It's okay now. No,
No, no.
no, it's all right. It
No, it's
means more to me than
okay.
you. No, it's okay.
No, no.
Right, right.
Listen, listen. No, that was good. You're talking about the 3v3, right?
Hmm.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I think we're on the same page. Yeah, no, that was good. I think that was exciting because that was I again was not cleared to play. And the fact that I was able to help bring us to that win was really cool. Um, I will say another big one was like winning my first like nutmeg league. That was cool. Um, because that was like my first ever like win. Like that's my only win to date actually.
We just won a 3v3.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. We didn't get anything for that. We just got a
We
picture.
didn't?
No.
Wow.
Right. We just got a picture. So that was the first thing. That was my first medal. Okay, my first medal.
Okay, okay.
My first medal. Um, yeah, almost got another one at Turkey Takedown, but somebody.
Bully.
Yeah, bully. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. No, but I would also say like the ball, like going to the different like the Philly balls. Those were really fun. Um, from what I remember. But no, those were a lot of fun. And again, it's just like going back to that question about community, like the fact that everyone can go put on their like adult prom clothes and just hang out for a night is awesome. I love that. So even though it's not necessarily like a dodgeball playing memory, it's still memory with the dodgeball people.
Next question. A question from Sarah Zeri. What has been the hardest part of your recovery slash transition back to playing again?
Yeah, the fear factor for sure. And it's funny, I say that, yet I was still making stupid decisions and playing before I was cleared. Say I'm so afraid of it of doing something and then I was playing. Um, so I think that was definitely that was tough. Getting the movement back too, just like being able to trust myself to dodge. Like I still am pulling right a lot. Like I'm pushing right. So I need to get myself to be okay with jumping to the left, you know. So those two things have definitely been the hardest. I know I've touched on that a bunch, but we'll get over it.
Never had like a major injury for dodgeball to the point where like I've had like the finger one, but I've never like had like an Achilles or like a hand or a knee or something like that. But I can imagine it's like something I could physically do, but it's more like mentally like you shouldn't do it. But you can do it, but you just shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And honestly, like when I was recovering, I severely and grossly underestimated how hard it would be to literally learn how to walk. Like I was supposed to be out of the boot by like March, late February, March, and I don't think I fully got out of the boot until like late April.
Damn.
Like it was a big mental game because I could do it, but again, I had never been injured to that extent, so I didn't know what felt normal. So like I would get this like pulling feeling in the back of my leg. And I was like, oh my God, that's not supposed to happen. And then my physical therapist was like, dummy, it's a muscle. It's like your calf muscle is rebuilding. I was like, oh. So that was really that was a lot. And even just like when I like started playing again, like I would move a certain way and I'd feel like a quick like sharp pain and I was like, oh no. So yeah, but I don't wish that upon anybody. It was not great.
That's gotta be the scariest injury. Like a
Well,
torn knee or, a shoulder or something. Like that's something you can get a surgery. I
mm-hmm.
mean, with like getting Tommy John, you come back and your arm is better. But
Yeah.
the Achilles, like, no, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared to tear my Achilles.
I know. They even said to me, because every so often at physical therapy, I do like a progress check and they like do like all of the measurements, like how far I can point my toes, how far I can flex and like inflection, whatever. And I was doing one of them. I think it was pulling back. And I was like, did I like increase it all? And he was like, yeah, you increased like 2 degrees. And he was like, honestly, that's probably as far as you're gonna get because it was surgically repaired. And I was like, that's so sad. Like hearing that there like there's normal, but there's not like normal ever again, you know? And I talked to Carlos about it often. I'm like, I wonder if I'll actually ever feel 100%. Because like that was the big thing that I said over and over and over through recovery was I just want to feel normal. I just want it to feel normal again.
I
So
feel like for you, it's probably going to be like a new normal, if that makes sense. And
yeah.
not to compare like my injury to yours, but like I fractured my ankle like right after high school playing basketball, and it's my
Yep.
left ankle, and it's been 10 plus years, and like it doesn't rotate the same. It doesn't have the same strength.
Right.
The flex was a flexution. Did I just create a word?
I think so.
Okay, like pointing your toes out and then coming back in. Like that's my issue.
Like this way
The
or
other
this.
way. Yeah. Well,
So that's flexing.
the flexing my like ankle and toes in is not the same. And then like my ankle one way is not the same either. But like for me, it's been so long, like it feels normal, but it's just a new normal.
So funny as you're talking about it. I'm literally like moving my foot in all different directions and I'm like like seeing like how far I can go. It
Your
definitely
flexution.
yes, my flexecution.
I'm pretty sure it's a Logic song.
I think that it sounds like a way that you can like the death penalty.
Flexution?
I'm sentencing you to flexecution
Fuck. Again?
again for LeBroning too much. Oh God, that's funny.
All right, next question. Question from Danica Stone. Do you always have a cannon or have you done some training?
Oh gosh, Danica. I feel so bad. I nailed her in the face at DMV. I really she was playing corner and I was lined up across from her and she was like bent down and the ball just like broke right into her face. I felt so bad. And I remember because Ben told me she like had gone off court and she was like, has she always thrown that hard? Um, so to answer the question, I would say, I mean, I've played the throwing sport my whole life, and when I did play softball, I was either I played the corner, so third and first, but more so I was a catcher. So I was throwing down to second a lot. And you had to do so quickly, and I threw from my knees a lot too. So I did gain a lot of strength from that. Um, and then in terms of training, as soon as I was off crutches, even when I was in a boot, I was throwing a ball. Um, like even when I had one crutch, like I would like crutch over and just like hold the crutch in my other hand, and I would be sitting there throwing a ball against the wall. Um, I do think because my biggest fear when I got hurt was that I was going to lose that, like lose the power that I had in my arm. So I think by keeping it active, even when I was hurt, played a big part in where it's at now because I think it's gotten stronger since I started playing. So to answer the question partially, but like it's gotten better through training as anything would.
I don't think you would ever lose your velocity, honestly. Even over time, I don't think you would. Just the way that you throw, looking at it in person and then watching it back in film, you have like this weird hitch in your throat, but it's not coming. It's a good thing though. It's not coming from your shoulder. It's not coming down because like there's like a lot of, really, really good USA men's players that have had issues with their shoulders. They're using their whole body. They're throwing as hard as they can. Of course, they're going to have shoulder injuries. Like when you're throwing that hard for a long time, it's just going to happen. But for you, like you kind of have like this twist as the ball's coming back, kind of like in your wrist area, but it's good. Like when I offer advice to ladies on how to throw, I'm like, look at where your release is coming from, work on your whip. But for you, again, all of your velocity really comes from you're coming down and you're whipping it from your wrist, which is good. And I could tell that you're a catcher because that's how you're creating your power, especially if you're throwing from your knees.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because the fact that you say where like I flick the wrist, I definitely can tell I do that because there's times where, because a lot of times I will clip my throws that miss to look and see what happened to see if it was accuracy or if it was the ball moving. And my ball breaks right. So it breaks to, if you're looking at me, it breaks to the left. But like when I'm throwing it, it breaks right. So what I really want to work on is using that to my advantage because I want to like actually control the movement instead of just like it happening every once in a while, you know? Because it will help with the accuracy piece for sure. But it's so
Mm-hmm.
funny. I like can't throw like I can throw over the top, but I throw like it's so high every time. So that's why I end up doing like that like mock sidearm catcher throw. Because that's how I used to throw. Like I would just do that for catching all the time.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And people have asked me too about like my throwing motion because I feel like it's not a full range of motion. It's more like a half range and it comes from my ear. But it's the
You
same
have
thing
the quick release.
because I play baseball as a catcher. So the ball, when you come up, you're coming from your ear. You're not full range of motion. Let me get that ball down a second. It's like, let me
Yeah.
get that ball down a second as quickly as possible, like right on the glove.
Yeah. I remember I think it was Jess. Jess was like, "How do you like throw?" And I was like, well, first play softball for like 15 years." I was like, I can show you how to do it, but I was like, it really takes time to develop. Like, it really does. Like, if you've never played a throwing sport, like, there's so many mechanics you have to learn.
Yeah, and there's been plenty of people that have reached out to me over the years and like, hey, how did you get your throwing motion down? What should I do? And I'm like, record yourself from the front, record yourself from the side, record yourself from the back, figure out what works well for you, what doesn't.
Yeah.
Work on the grip. But I'm like, listen, my throw, it probably, I mean, this happened at Sky Zone, but it took like 2 years for me to get my grip down and
Hmm.
my throwing motion down because it's not like your average
Yeah.
throwing motion, but it works for me and I've never had to change it.
Yeah. I feel the same way because people have asked me, they're like, doesn't it bother you to sidearm? And I'm like, no. I'm like, it actually feels more normal to throw like that. And it
Until
works.
you're until it's causing you arm pain, like there's no
Right.
reason to stop.
And honestly, the only arm pain I get is Like gone are the days. Like I used to get it like after day one. Like after day one, my arm would be sore. But now, like if I just play like on a Wednesday night, let's say, like the next day I feel fine. When I play 2 days in a row, even, I feel pretty okay. Like I'll feel a little sore. Um, but it's like when I hit like day three. Like when I hit like day three, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to chill out. So, but that's because I'm playing an excessive amount of dodgeball right now.
That's fair, yeah. All right, we got two more questions. First one, question from Bo and Keely's twin. Talk about your rehab and how you're feeling present day.
Oh, yeah, no. Bo, I bothered him so much when I was hurt. I was like, hey, is it normal to feel like this? Hey, should my scar look like this? Between him and Marcus, I bothered them so much, but I really appreciate them both for that because obviously I had never, like, this was like tearing my Achilles was literally the first like big injury I ever had. But I do tell people that I think it was bound to happen because I hurt my Achilles in high school playing softball. I
Mm,
like they said I stretched it and I was like that sounds like the fakest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But it's because I slid into second and my foot got caught because the ground was wet and I slid and my foot didn't. But I couldn't walk. Like it was bad. Um so I guess it was just bound to happen. Um but yeah, my rehab, we're getting there slowly, as I kind of mentioned throughout. But present day, I would say if I had to give it a percentage, I would probably say I'm at like 80-ish%, which is pretty good. Um, I'm still like finally walking almost normal. Still struggling with the functional weakness is what they call it. So like at physical therapy, if I have to push down on something, like my foot is so strong. If I have to pull back on something, so strong. Ask me to do a single leg calf raise, can't do it.
mm,
It's so interesting. So right now I can do calf raises on both unassisted and I can do like the single leg. I still need to have like one posted on the ground. It's so interesting. So I would say like the next step is continuing to try and get that functionality back, like the functional strength, I guess is what they call it. Um, and again, just like relearning, like I jumped at Connecticut dodgeball like 2 weeks ago and I have a video of it. And you can see like I push off on both, but you see me land on my right foot and then my left one comes down. So just like trusting it. And that's actually it's great because I showed that video to my physical therapist and now I do instead of like a box jump, I do those too. We do box drops. So literally I stand at like 10 inches on like a step and I literally step off with my left and land on the ground. And it's so scary, but it feels great. And I'm like, okay, I can do it.
mm.
So again, just like I said over and over, just that mental block. But it is, I mean, I will say it is feeling good. I would love if it would stop being swollen, but even they said that's gonna like take forever to go away. So it's great. Like wearing shoes sometimes, like my left dodgeball shoe, so tight, awful, hate it. It's so annoying.
Damn, gotta get like a bigger size for one shoe.
So annoying. I hate it. And I already have like big feet. Like I say I have caveman feet because I have wide feet. But like it's so annoying. And it was hard when I bought the shoes because I bought the new dodgeball shoes before I came back. Because I was like, this is my gift to myself. I'm getting new shoes. Because I threw out the shoes from Philly. I threw out everything from Philly from that
I
trip.
don't blame you.
Little throughout the shoes, throughout the jersey that I got, throughout the knee pads. I got new knee pads. It was, yeah, bad juju. I said no.
Don't let's make a big fire and throw everything in it.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, last question. The question from Sierra Ortiz. What are you most excited for in the upcoming USA season?
To do it. No, I'm so excited to go first of all, but I'm excited to see that level of competition because I know in the tournaments I've done so far there's been a great level of competition, but I'm excited to see, the people at like the Shota level, the Ashley level, like meeting like playing against people that are on Team USA. And granted, like I have had that opportunity with playing with like Ashley and John and the people that are currently, on the practice squad and whatever, but just seeing the people that I don't see all the time and getting to play against them, like the people from the West Coast, the people from even the Canadian players, like it's I'm excited to see different people because I love playing against the same people and I get to learn from them as and see them get better. But playing at that different level with different people that I haven't seen before, I think is going to be super exciting. Um, and just kind of seeing what it's all about because I got to watch it in Boston and Dallas, but I like want to be a part of the chaos, like where it's stressful and like you're like I want to feel like that nervous feeling before you get on court for the first time, you know. I'm a big adrenaline junkie, so like I cannot wait. Like I'm so excited for Minnesota. Like so excited. I should probably book my flight, but yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited for you and a lot of the Connecticut players, honestly, all of them,
Yeah,
to come out and do these tournaments. Like I know Boston last year, a lot of you guys came up, and this is not any disrespect to the people that came out, but obviously there was a lot of bigger teams that weren't there.
right.
So, but I mean, for like Minnesota, literally have it pulled up right now. So for men's, there's 32 teams. For women's, there's 18 teams.
Oh,
Listen to the mix number. The mix number is insane. 40. 40. So you guys are gonna, whether you get to play them or not, you're gonna see some crazy players.
oh wow.
It's gonna be this has to be a massive venue. I don't think they're playing out the one that they did last year. I mean, maybe they'd be able to swing it, but
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever played in other than nationals a tournament like a normal round that big. I don't think so.
That sounds so overwhelming in like the best way.
But we
I'm gonna
got
get
it.
I'm gonna get so overstimulated. I can't wait. Remind me to pack my anxiety meds, okay?
We're gonna have to have like a prep the night before at the Airbnb, and then the morning of. I'm
I'm gonna
like,
need like
guys, you guys have this. We got this.
I need can we like have like a prayer session? Like I feel like I'm gonna need to do like a little kumbaya before I go. Like but no, but that's good though. Like I need that. Like I need to experience that. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited to get humbled because I have very realistic expectations. Like I keep telling myself, I'm like, it's okay if you get absolutely shit on. It's
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
it's
And like,
okay.
this
I'm
is your
like,
first USA round too. So like,
right,
yeah, like, no offense, it's probably gonna happen. Like, you're a good
right,
player, but like, I'm just being realistic here.
right. Well, no, and the thing is too, I'm also being realistic because I did sign up. I signed up to get scouted because I want the feedback for what I need to work on. So I'm also like, okay, like that feedback is going to be a lot and it's going to make you upset, but you need to know it's to make you better.
Yeah.
Oh God, especially in a round like that, they're probably gonna get to see like one game. And if they see the worst game I play all day, cooked.
Minnesota last year, I mean, that's when I filled everything out to get scouted, and I don't think I played, up to my standards. It was good, but like not up to my standards. And I kind of the same thing. I'm like, man, like maybe they know me, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I really don't know. When it came out, I was like, hell yeah, like, excited, obviously.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, I'm excited for you guys.
yeah.
All right, that is it though. Let's hit the outro. Any closing thoughts slash shout outs?
Well, I mean, thanks for having me on. I'm very, very grateful. In terms of shout outs, there's far too many people, but just everybody that was super supportive when I got hurt, everybody in Philly, like that year when I was at the ball, everyone was checking in, making sure I was good. I had people reaching out to me on social media. A bunch of people from Connecticut like came together and made like this awesome like gift basket and things. Like I joined like the competitive dodgeball scene because yes, I wanted to play dodgeball, but I was desperately at a time where I needed something new and I needed a new group of people because my friendships were feeling not necessarily like stale, but it just like I needed something new. And just feeling so welcomed so quickly into a community of great people, it really meant a lot to me. Um, so just a general shout out to like all those people. And and just everybody that has been willing to give feedback. Um, I know it's hard to pay attention to other people when you're playing yourself, but I know someone like Carlos has done it. Mei Ling, when I played with her, she was my captain. Like she was incredible at being like, "Hey, this was really great, but make sure you try this too." So any of those people that have been willing to give me feedback, even when they're focusing on their own game, is I'm very appreciative. So, um, yeah, I'm excited for, I feel like a lot of people have said that I have decent potential and I hope to agree with them. So I'm excited to see what this year has to come, you know?
For sure. Next question. What's one guest you'd like to see on Bromance?
I really liked when you did the semi-pro like team recaps. So I think like following USA rounds, it could be kind of fun to like have maybe like the team that won, like not the whole team, but like a couple of people like come on and just like say some things.
We should do like a 10-person Zoom. That'd be sick. I would need to come up with a new layout, but
Yeah, I think that would be really overwhelming. I didn't say to do all that. Uh, but no, I did. I thought the like the team recap was super cool that you did for semi-pro. So I'd like to see something like that again. Um, I'd love to see like some international players too. I think that would be really cool. To kind of like gauge the differences because I know like USA dodgeball versus dodgeball in other places must be similar because obviously they play together in Worlds, but it must be so different. And I would love to know what it's like, selfishly.
for sure. I mean, I just had William on and he was talking about his league. And he's like, yeah, it's like only half an hour away. And there's not too many of us that play in Ireland. Like he was saying that they have like the northern part and the southern part. And I forget how he worded it, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't as big as I thought it may have been, but it was like very tight knit. And a lot of it came from college.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's
But
really
yeah,
cool. Or even I don't know her name. I want to say there's a girl who plays at like the college level who's really good.
Alexis Schultz, I'm assuming that's who you're thinking of.
Because
I
I'd
have to
love to
muster
know.
up the confidence to talk to her, but maybe I'll do it.
I mean, hey, they've had a couple of girls on in the past couple episodes. You're doing great. I'm really proud of your progress, truly. You're
I had to
really doing
stop.
that.
I had to stop saying it as much because people were saying it in public, and I think they thought I was serious, and I'm not. But I actually do think I've been having more ladies on lately than not.
Right. As you should. Women's
Period.
sports. Clock it.
Oh, we did at the
Yeah.
same time.
There's your thumbnail. That's the thumbnail.
All right, and last question: where can people find you on social media?
Okay, so on Instagram, it's at Kenzie Lynn with two E's and an underscore. I am private because I teach high school and my kids often try to follow me, so I will accept your follow request if you follow me, and I do follow back. So, but I do have to keep it on lock because when it wasn't, I had kids commenting on my Instagram posts from like 2015 and it was a problem. So,
And where can people find you on Reddit?
I don't even think the bangs 1-8. Find me on Reddit. I will downvote you. I don't care.
When I saw that screenshot, Bangs 1A, I'm like, Mackenzie. That is a crazy burner name.
I know, I know. Garrett was like, wow, so creative. I was like, what else was I supposed to do? I was gonna, because another one that I use for like burner accounts is Mother Mac, because at the karate school, everyone would call me mom. So I would, but Mother Mac, like my name is in it. Like people know that Mac is Mackenzie. I could have used a different number because I did use my jersey number.
I liked it. I
Whatever.
thought it was funny.
Thank you. Thank you. I try. I like to think I'm funny sometimes.
But that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for hopping on.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Peace.